Welcome to our second class of the Artland Academy, your entry into the art scene. Today we will dive deeper into the dramatic first half of the 20th century and explain to you how political and social issues of the time influenced the art world and its protagonists. So come on over, I'll show you around. Thanks to the Russian artist Vasily Kandinsky, abstract painting started to gain popularity with Western audiences around 1910. Abstraction within visual arts is a very elusive term, and its origin is hard to determine. Though this type of painting has long been practiced and developed throughout the world, Kandinsky took the stylistic developments of the Expressionists even further. Thus, he proclaimed himself the first true abstractionist, and this thought was widely accepted in the West during his time. The use of geometric forms evolved further from the early Cubists with the onset of the De Stijl movement, originating in the Netherlands at around 1917. It dealt with the basic conditions of art, such as lines and primary colors, thus creating a pure painting. Artists such as Pierre Mondrian used this visual exploration to question the essence of paintings. They tried to address the conditioning of the painting being more than just paint on a piece of cloth. Why would it try to be anything else, or even try to show emotions? So much about art, but let's speak about anti-art, a term that has been established during the rise of Dadaism. This movement was a parody of generally accepted art forms and a revolt against established artists. A humoristic approach towards the absurd led to an exaggeration of general forms. Dadaism questioned the role of art in society by using a satirical attitude towards authority. In general, it can be viewed as a reaction to the modern world and the rise of capitalism. By creating senseless artworks, Dadaism sought to confront audiences with the senseless slaughter of World War I. One of the most iconic Dadaist expressions was the ready-made, a found or factory-made object repurposed into installation. These everyday objects, when placed in a new context, would therefore gain a new meaning. Suddenly, the quintessential element of art wasn't to be found in its technical execution anymore, but resided in the artist's choice instead. One of the most popular examples of ready-mades is Marcel Duchamp's fountain, an upside-down placed pissoir. Artists like these were highly controversial in the 1910s and made people discuss the meaning of art on a new level. Absurd imagery was not only produced within the context of Dadaism, but also from the 1920s on, with the rise of Surrealism. As the name describes, a surreal environment was created. Dreamlike scenes, symbolic images, and a bizarre assemblage of ordinary objects are the key characteristics. The artworks showed partly humorous, partly ominous scenes in different styles, but all depicting the uncanny side of reality. The spontaneous expression of the unconscious was an often used picture. Following the French and British entries into World War II, European artists and intellectuals sought refuge in the United States, where modernist ideas found renewal and opened up new possibilities. Among them were leading surrealist figures such as Dali, Ernst, Breton, but also celebrated Cubists and abstract artists like Mondrian, Chagall, Degas, and many others. Inspired by many aspects of the European avant-garde, from the surrealist interest in the unconscious to the emotional subjectivity of German Expressionism, young American artists shifted the art world's focus towards abstraction, developing several individual styles of painting, today pigeonholed into the abstract expressionism movement. From the 1940s on, abstract expressionism put the painting itself and the physical act of painting into the spotlight. The scale of the canvas and unrealistic forms are the key components. Within abstract expressionism, two main tendencies emerged: action painting and color field painting. Action painting, as the name implies, focuses on the physical act of painting. Artists were splashing and dripping paint. This resulted mainly in wild, coarse, and gestural brushstrokes. Color field painting, on the other hand, dealt with simple compositions and large areas of a single flat color. In a time of cultural conservatism and political tension between the East and the West, abstract expressionism became synonymous with individual expression and the freedom of subjectivity. Thank you for joining today's class of the Artland Academy, your entry into the art scene. Tune in again next time, where we will be talking about the recent developments within contemporary arts.